makes the most sense for Detroit for me. Unless I think he can get me over the top. Detroit, you get Anthony Davis, you can get to the finals.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about that with Atlanta and Toronto.
So we got Paul Pierce saying that Anthony Davis wouldn't get Atlanta and Toronto over the hump, but if he joined the Detroit Pistons, that's enough to get the Pistons to the finals. And, it seems like the Pistons just missing that extra oomph, the extra score. In some people's opinion, my opinion, I share that as well too, but most people believing the development route. To each his own, you know what I mean? About the development route of things, but like I said, with Toronto, they got an amazing team, a young team. BI's balling. BI's balling. Atlanta. Jalen Johnson is on the up and up. You keep Trae Young. You put Anthony Davis there. I think they got a really good ball club. And then it's all predicated based on who you keep. The Pistons, it's a good fit. He close to Chicago for him. Really good defender. All in all, I legitimately can't argue it. It's just durability. If you say he's going to be healthy and you look at the money that you got to get him and you probably going to get Jalen Duren, under those circumstances, you got to win the championship. I think for the most part, everybody feel that way. You have to win a championship. You have to win a championship under those circumstances. You sit there, you get Anthony Davis. And I feel like with Atlanta, it's the same thing. You pay Trae Young. I'm pretty sure he got a good deal. You probably got to pay Jalen Johnson in the future. You get him, you got to win. Toronto didn't pay a bunch of people. B.I., Emmanuel Quickly. I think it's a bunch of guys. I did an article about it where the dude from Piston Power, my guy Alan Kellister, said he didn't want the Pistons to end up like Toronto with a bunch of, bad contracts and they don't win, which, Toronto's winning right now. So, if I'm Cleveland, maybe I'll look into, if I'm Cleveland, if I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers and I need to get a boost, maybe I'll look into that. But then again, you just want durability and you already got Evan Mobley. I think Davis will give you more versatility, but then again, he don't want to embrace playing power forward. So if you go to Atlanta, a Kongu, which I liked him coming out of college. I forget what college he went to, but I liked him. A Kongu and Anthony Davis, that's a lot of shot blocking. A Kongu is starting to come into his own. Atlanta, I think that'd be really a tough out. Regardless, that'd be a tough out. Especially if Trae just learned to kind of be more team friendly. I think that'd be a tough out. But I think the Pistons, if you keep them healthy, the Pistons, that's exactly what they missing. You upgrade defensively. It's kind of like you get P.J. Washington. Like P.J. Washington might be an upgrade defensively over Tobias Harris, but offensively you upgrade. You know what I'm saying? Davis might not shoot that three like, Tobias shoot it or at the clip. Even PJ shoot it at, but, for the most part, he respectable. But what he going to bring offensively is going to make up. You look at Lauri Markkanen, defensively, offensively, you know what you're going to get. In this Piston offense, he going to get you 25, 30. He going to get you 25, 30. So, we know that's a God-given. But defensively, what is he? It's always kind of all some pros and cons with it. Like PJ don't offensively, do what, Davis can do, or Davis and Markkanen can do. He's a really good defensive player. And he had a really good offensive game in that playoff run for Dallas when they went to the ship, which it wasn't last year, it was a couple years ago. Time just be flying by. Groove Theory got that song called Time Flies, and it does. But that's my humble opinion on it. That's a Porsche here. That's my humble opinion. Like me personally, I get why they would and why they wouldn't do it. If they made the deal, I wouldn't be mad. If they didn't make the deal, I wouldn't be mad. I'll probably favor on caution on the side of not making the deal. Looking at a Michael Porter Jr., looking at a PJ Washington, looking at a Trey Murphy, looking at some of these other guys, out there that could help you. It's a bunch of wings that can help you. They had a pick of the litter. Zach LaVine, you seen DeMar DeRozan, what he did last night, or Tuesday night versus the Pistons in the first half. He was going ham with ham sandwich. So, yeah, you look at some of them things that those guys did. So, yeah, you had to pick McCollum, LaVine, DeRozan, maybe even Kyrie if you feel comfortable. So you'll have some guys you pick at the wing, high, low, the whole shebang. So you'll have your pick of the litter. Yeah, you have your pick, but yeah, I get Paul. I mean, I ain't knocking it, but I think it's other guys that can kind of put them over the thing. But I think the number one thing when you look at that power forward spot that goes underappreciated about Tobias Harris, he had 23, I think, 23, 24 versus the Kings, is his ability to bring stability to defensively to that 4 spot. Getting Stu, at the 5 and Duran picking it up at the 5. Tobias at the 4 brought a lot of stability to the Detroit Pistons defensively. And that's one of the major reasons they became a better defensive team. They struggled defending that position with Wiseman, Bagley, Stewart, and they got somebody that was more modern. And that was honestly a quick fix. I was kind of complaining about the Tobias pickup and stuff like that. But honestly, that became a quick fix. That became a quick fix for them. Defensively, they easily were better when they got Tobias Harris. And that's because they had a lot of guys that really should have been playing center, trying to play the 4 and couldn't guard guys on the perimeter. And when you get those big fellas on the perimeter on the offensive side, you must really put them in a position to really punish the smaller defenders in the post. And they just wasn't doing that consistently enough. But yeah, it'd be a good look for the Pistons, quite frankly. Be a real good look for them. Shit. So yeah, I agree with Paul to be keeping a bean. I agree with him, but then again, there's other alternatives. There's other alternatives that I feel like for. Oh damn! I was wondering why, bruh. I like be going quick. There's other alternatives, like I mentioned as well too. There's so many people at the mall already. This is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. Well, it is like 105, so 106. I did get my lazy ass up a little bit too late. So yeah, I deserve this. And then, I don't know, they all just slow. You can turn, nobody's coming. Everybody just wants to look at what the price of tea in China is. Mingo, she has the right of way. You don't have the right of way. Traffic laws. Like, why would you go up out there? I'm about to bust a left. Or I'm supposed to say, ho, 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 ho. It ain't as many people as I thought it was. They just be throwing. I don't get out a lot, even though the particular mall I'm at, I don't live far from. Like, shit, if I had to walk, I would. Yeah, I don't live. Why are you coming down this way? Who would be giving these? And then y'all want to walk in the middle of the fucking street. It's like crazy, bro. So let me back into this spot. Oh, it's a Tesla spot. Tesla got their own parking spaces. Shout out to Tesla. Shout out to Tesla. They got their own spaces. But yeah, man. But yeah, enough of my complaining. But I don't think, because financially, I don't think you make that deal. I'm definitely tripping this morning. I don't think, and then he just parked his shit in the middle. I should put this. My God, bro. Yes, you're bagging out in your Volkswagen and you're not even fucking looking. I'm not mad at you. He just bagging out, not even looking. I'm telling you, man. They got to be giving driver's license out for the frisky. They got to. They got to. For the frisky. But yeah, I mean, Paul, I get it. And a lot of people, oh no, that did it. Yeah, I get it. Shit, he started getting here. Oh, we made it to the finals. Anthony Davis walked down the tunnel and he tore his MCL. You fuck, right before the finals. So I get it. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere. Peace.